Welcome back to Outside Views, where today we're tackling a subject that should concern every British citizen, especially if you care about the men and women who've risked their lives serving your country. No, it's not battlefield heroics or military tech. It's something shockingly mundane, yet deeply troubling. It's mold and damp. And that's right, today we're talking about how damp and moldy housing conditions are endangering the health of British veterans and their families. Yeah, in 2025, your nation's heroes are battling mold spores instead of enemy forces. And let that sink in. Defense Secretary John Healey has called it a scandal, promising to stop the rot quite literally. And before you think mold is just an ugly bathroom problem, let me tell you, it's a serious health risk. Damp conditions lead to severe respiratory issues, to asthma, allergies, and other chronic illnesses. Imagine dedicating your life to protecting your nation, only to return home and find your biggest threat is your living room wall. It's unacceptable, and thankfully, the government seems finally ready to act. A recent Defense Committee report branded the current state of military housing as shocking, pointing out that 2/3 of these homes urgently need repairs and modernization. 36,000 military homes have now been brought back into public ownership in a bold move that reportedly saves taxpayers an eye-watering £600,000 every single day by ending private rental fees. John Healey outlined an ambitious new charter promising higher standards and basic consumer rights to service members and their families. No more dodging phone calls from landlords who couldn't care less. There's now a robust complaint system in place to ensure, I hope, accountability. And this push isn't just about clean walls, it's also about respect and dignity. And these soldiers are willing to put their lives on the line for you. And the least you can do is to ensure they are not breathing in the toxic air at home. And experts highlight how these grim living conditions have pushed many skilled veterans to leave the forces prematurely, jeopardizing Britain's military readiness. And the MOD has heard this message loud and clear. They are rolling out renovations for the first 1,000 of the worst affected homes as an immediate down payment on their promise to revamp military housing. And this marks the first step towards genuine long-term improvements, I hope. Natalie Alfiki-Ross, a former Conservative MP turned Labour advocate and housing expert, is spearheading the review. She insists the pride in the armed forces must extend beyond uniforms and medals. It must reflect in the quality of their homes. And honestly, who could disagree with that? Yet, not everyone is convinced the government's response goes far enough. Reform UK MP Lee Anderson highlighted the shocking disparity between the squalid conditions faced by the veterans and the comfortable housing provided to illegal immigrants, of course. And he described this imbalance as shameful and unacceptable, emphasizing a sense of abandonment felt by hard-working British families who sacrifice everything for their country. And Marc Atkinson of the Royal British Legion echoed these concerns, noting that overall satisfaction among military families with their housing conditions remains worryingly low. A 2024 survey found fewer than half were satisfied with their homes. And that's not just an inconvenience, it's seriously a disgrace. And Shadow Defense Secretary James Cartledge reminded us of the Conservative efforts to reclaim military properties from private companies. The groundwork was laid before the recent elections, and he vows to carefully scrutinize the government's current actions to ensure they deliver genuine improvements. But what's next? Well, they will need continued commitment and investment, not just short-term fixes. And service families deserve a long-term, properly funded plan to guarantee safe, healthy homes today and in the future. And it's about respect, dignity, and gratitude to those who've given so much to their country. And next time you see a veteran or military family, remember this fight they are facing at home. And let's hope the government truly delivers on these promises. And that's it for today. And if you found this insight valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay updated on outside views. Catch you next time, and the next video is already right here in the end screen.